Greetings, world and family. I am Richard, coming to you today, being Wednesday, November the 5th. And this is actually a pre-recording, as I will deliver it, unleash it on Saturday. So before I start work today, I had an idea of a video to make, which felt to me like very, very important these days now and moments. But, surprise, surprise, it got pushed to hold for the next one. Why do you ask? Because as I'm taking my emails this morning, and Femi, please forgive me, I am very behind on my emails. And as you know, most of you know that I've been recovering. I was under the weather last week. So it was a challenge surfing my life as I was healing. So with that, I am behind. So I'll get back to all of your emails very shortly, hopefully by the end of today. But in one of the emails that I got a few days ago, had a beautiful title and I tapped onto it. And this is from one of our sisters, Catherine, I believe. And she asked me about the Lyrians or the Lyrans. We can say both ways. And because I speak a lot about the felines and my connection to the felines is as I'm reading her message, like, you know, she's asking me, like, maybe perhaps you'd like to consider, like, channeling them. And I got so excited right away. It's like, duh. Me with my obsession with felines and my communication, how is it that I've never come to think about doing a video on them before? Like, I was kind of like laughingly like dumbfounded by it. Like, I should have, but I didn't. And as I'm writing back to Catherine, I'm going like, oh, I just got it now. I was somehow meant to get triggered, to be glimmered by your message in order to make this video. So I sent it out and then I sat with it for a little bit. And I started getting a lot of beauty, and I'm feeling it now. It's very powerful. The energy of the Lyrians, the Lyrans, the felines is so specific. It is very artistic. It is very creative. Like everything that I've been talking about, like how to heal that inner child with creativity and all that, they hold this presence, this energy. And so as I'm tapping into it a little bit more, because now I'm the one that's purring and roaring, getting all in the mood, right? I mean, there's nothing better than a good cat. I say that jokingly because they don't necessarily look like our house cats. But then I felt a male figure, a male present. And the more that I'm tapping into his energy, he's showing himself like a beautiful male, strong lion, beautiful mane. And the colors that are surrounding him, I'm getting blues with gold aura or trimmings. Pineal gland pulsating like selenite and blue, like the clearest of the blues you could imagine. And his eyes are of a beautiful amber. So we're locking eyes. And so, you know, I'm going like, oh, I'd love to know your name. Excuse me, still recovering. But as I'm tapping into it, I'm getting something different now. It's like, yes, there could be a name, but first I must recognize the sensation of this glorious feline. So what do I mean by that? Like, what is your, I don't know what word to use, position perhaps? That's not accurate. But almost like, because they are not kings or they are not captains, it's something altogether different. And I feel an ambassador. That's the name I'm looking for, the word. So he felt like an ambassador, but of what? So now I got different words coming to my mind. And right away, the first one that snapped in is architect. So now that I recognize that he is an ambassador for the architect rank, for lack of a better word, then the name came to me, and it's a beautiful name, Arakan. So Arakan. Doesn't that sound like just majestic and strong and wise and wild and beautiful? So then, I tapped a little bit more into his energy. And he said, yes, he would love to join us today for this video. Making me feel, because I don't hear words per se, I get like resonance, I get emotions, I get a visual, tastes, things of that nature. And it was like, now is a very perfect time to call them in. So with that, I went into a meditation, a beloved family, and I had a transmission coming, not necessarily from Arakan, he's like an ambassador, but from the Lyrian lineage. So it would be like a transmission from their own words that I kept, and then I wrote it down. So let's start with that. But first, how dare I? A little bit, a sip of coffee, my beauties. Yum, yum, a bubble gum. All right, so here comes eyeballs on. So, opening a Lyran's transmission, spoken as them. We are the Lyrians, born of the first music, architects of beauty before memory fractured into war. We arrive not to rescue, but to remind. Creation is not a skill. Creation is your original nature. The universe was never built by force. It was sung into form. We return now because the artists are waking, because the rebels are remembering, because the ones who survived the silence are ready to roar again. Take back your tone. Take back your beauty. Take back the power of your own radiant self-expression, where your authentic frequency begins. We will stand beside you again. Hey-ho. Flesh of the goose. They didn't say hey-ho, I added the hey-ho. But isn't that the most beautiful of messages, like, ever? Like, I have a total crush on the Lyrian nature. Like, I love everything about them. And, like, even if we look at films such as Avatar, I'm not going to say that it's necessarily like a documentary, but, there's a lot of inspiration here around that would describe the Lyrian with the Lyrian wars and of absolute beauty, because those beings in those films, like the colors were spectacular and how they were in tune with Gaia and the tree of life, and all coming as one and meditating in order to heal, and the respect and the love. I mean, there is just so much that is, connected, right? All right, so this said, my family, we're now going to move on to a little bit of dragon breath. So, a little offering to the Lyrians, the Lyrians, with this dragon's breath of love. To you, la famille, as we love you Yay! All right. And now we're going to add a little bit of Florida water to the palms of my hands. And if you will give me a little moment, you know I got to go do my breath work, and I'll be right back. Welcome back. Breath work, very, very good for us. All right, so let's get a little bit of light. There we go. Eyeballs on. And let's play spin the bottle. Sorry, I know it moves the iPad. I have a little round glass table. This is why. Sorry. And I'm not going to go slowly. That's not Richard's style. You know, like I read fast, rapid fire. I spin rapid fire. It's just my signature. All right, stop. All right, Femi. So I can see throughout the multiverse right now, and I'm seeing different constellations. I'm seeing ripples and timelines. I'm seeing both. So I am feeling that what I am seeing, because it's showing to me in letters, A, B. So I'm going to call them Sirius A and Sirius B. But what I am seeing here also is like a big crystal with a beautiful sentient light pulsating at the center of it, which is actually showing to me that the Lyrians do not come from A or B. They come predated before that, and from the constellation of Lyra, hence Lyrian, Lyrans. And although I did know this, I am seeing it here. So I can see absolutely, because I can see warriors coming out, okay? So around the constellation of Lyria, and they look a very tribal, indigenous. I see shields, I see armor, I see feminine walking side by side with masculine, and they are coming, right? So this, and now I'm seeing like a negative form of what looks like a Draco. So it's not one of my beautiful dragons. I'm dragon energy, but this is showing to me the Draco wars. Stop. So yeah, so with the Wars, obviously they had to divide or reformat or repopulate perhaps between A, B. It feels like the two of them, maybe a bit more B, but I'm still seeing some A. And again, when we talk about specific species, it's not one size fits all. You know, it's as if there are different within the main species. So relocate. Yes, yes, yes. They work very much with frequencies. You know, architects, because now I'm having like Gaia coming out, okay? So very feminine and beautiful with her hand out. So reaching out, and then I can see, okay, so there's the dragons right here, and there's the felines. I got Gaia, dragons, and felines. So what I can tell you about the Lyrians is that they were architects of sound, beauty, art form. And the dragons somehow held that frequency. It's like they worked in tandem but had different roles. So while the one was creating, because that's what I'm seeing with Gaia, so they were the actual first species to uphold, work with that divine, feminine, creative spark of life. And the dragons would be holding the frequency as they were building. There's more to it, but this is how it's showing me, like this beautiful dance between Gaia, dragons, and the felines, because the felines are in movement, they're creating. There's a lot of sounds coming out of them, frequency, and that frequency is very much like the energy of a muse. You know, like her being around inspires to create. It's all this beautiful art and frequency that is around them. Okay, so yes, as you know, babies, I see them every time I spin the bottle all over the simulation, and they are showing to me. So I have like a big feline head right now. Arcan is with this as the ambassador. Beautiful feline. I mean, like stunning, really. You know, like glorious stunning. And so with the size of the head of this feline with Archon as the ambassador, it's showing itself as a ship. So it is indeed all over our simulation. They are extremely present right now. And they're showing me they're in the field of like almost like the in-between. So what does that mean, the in-between? Is it really the fourth density dimension where spirit reign? It could be, you know, like in the sense that when we have a beloved that would pass on, but they're still around in order to help those left behind to either go through lineage trauma or to bring reassurance or help or protection. They feel very much in that energy, so that is so close. It's like a thin veil. There's a lot of ships, and yes, they're totally in conjunction and working with the dragons. They are like, I don't know, best friends. I don't know if that's a good way to express them, but they've always had this great, beautiful connection at a building as architect, but it's different rollings. One upholds while the other one creates. It's a very different layers, but they work in tandem once again. So they are here to restore a lot of fallen and memories. Yeah, it's coming. Now I see Atlas here, so it's all very similar. Like there's no coincidence. Coincidence doesn't exist. I don't believe in it. Everything does have a meaning. It just depends on where are you attuned to catch the information. But there's a lot of memories being restored right now. And what they are showing to me as well is that as we, humanity, evolve and awaken, and with that healed inner child comes creativity, art, sound, music, and beauty, that they are here to walk with us, inspire us maybe, or help us to bring back that frequency that absolutely creates. So more that the artist awakens, the more that the connection is made. So I always felt that they were very scientific, but I'm getting that they are actually, there's a reason why Honey Golden, our beloved sister, calls them the rock stars of the universe. And then the first time which said the rock stars, I said, oh my gosh, yes. And then I said rock stars of the universe. So like metal bands, band hair, like looking. So there's a big reason for that. It's the music, the artistry, the sound that comes. Sound creates. As you know, I always saw, like going back through time and space, that first came sound, then came light. Sound creates light, you know? They are very excited and very, very happy. And the concept of contact has already happened with many of us as we leave our avatar and go into the ether. Many of us have been on many, many ships. Many of us, this is our familia. It's like a reunion. You know how we say, like in these now moments, like soul family are coming together and we're regrouping. Same applies here. There is so much joy. I can see like everything like resonating and pulsating and glowing within like many heart chakras. Many of us have already had contact. And even when I say contact and it doesn't seem like a humanoid directly in front of you that you can touch, it doesn't matter yet. Many, many, many of us are already in contact. Now they are showing me the house cats, our beloved ones. You know, yes, you know, I've been saying that too. Like many of them, you look in their eyes and they have like more of a human stare, like more of a soul glow beneath in back of the eyes. So they are also extremely ascending right now. You know, I wouldn't want to be someone who had not been very kind to, well, all animals, but right now we're talking about felines. I would not, well, you get what you deserve. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. They're showing me again, I did a video recently. Was it for my month of, excuse me, November video? I had seen a pale lynx, and then someone wrote in the comments that yes, there was like, is it albino? But he's here, that lynx, and I think he's in Spain. So it's almost like one that was extinct that has returned. That lynx has got, because then after I went to search and I did find the video. Oh no, I think you sent it to me in the email. Someone mentioned it in the comments, and then a sister, I think it's Esther, who from the Netherlands, who sent me the video, and it looks exactly, I could still see the same albino or light white lynx. So there's a specific meaning. That lynx was filmed for a very specific reason, and it's in correlation with the Lyrians. It's a message. We are back. Wow, my gosh, I love them so much. Thank you, lynx. I love you. Now, many of us are getting downloads, information coming into us. The dream state is very, very important, what we come back from as memory. Even if you don't fully remember your dream, it is still stored in there. And when due time, the light switch gets turned on. So we got a lot of remembrance that is being stored or reawakened, or codes coming in, memory codes of long ago. Lyra, the constellation of Lyra. Stop. Okay, so I'm in Egypt right now. There's a lot of activity with them in Egypt too, because I see the 3 pyramids of Giza. And I'm seeing something from within one of the pyramids that looks like a scarabée that's coming out of it. So I don't know what the definition of a scarabée is, but it is golden, this one. And you know, the Egyptians have that, like a beetle, a gold beetle. But this one is coming, it's as if I can, I am seeing right now, family, like I got an X-Men vision, and I can see through walls. So I'm seeing through one of the walls of the pyramid, and I can see that golden scarabee. That is gold, and it's moving. So it's as if I have X-ray vision. So I don't know what scarabee means, but it feels like important memory coming back, because it is moving and it is glowing in the gold. And it wants to come to the surface. Yeah, they have a certain frequency also, because I can see it, that they are sending it out like a transmitter. Like it's not fully at the center of the pineal gland. It's like more on the left eye, on top of the eye. And that is sending out like it looks like a star, but it's a frequency shooting out. You know, like, but on top of the left eye, like coming, like a transmission, connection, receiving. Famille, us. There's my dragon here too. So they are totally in tandem. They were in tandem. They've always been in tandem, and right now they're extremely in tandem. They're like side by side. One is upholding something. Dragons, could be beautiful bodyguards as well, and hold a frequency, while a lot of transmission is being received, and creativity sparks, and a new day, new dawn, rebirth. Yeah, it's definitely a transmission that's coming in. Is it everyone who's going to get the signal? Probably not, but a lot of us are. Because I can see a lot of reawakening ones. And that frequency is quite spectacular for me, because it also helps to disperse a lot of clutter. Because I can see the clutter like around many, many humans. And whatever comes out from the left eye, that transmission, I can see stuff leaving the body. They look like, all right, remember the cartoon, The Little Mermaid, those little worms at the bottom of the sea that moved with Ursula? What they look like? That's what I'm seeing detaching from many, and they're scurrying away. Those poor invisible souls, not me. You know, that movie? Like, I can see them. They're like, frequency, run, run. That's funny. All right. Well, we're at 28 minutes. So I think that is good for the ball. Now, let's go see what Uncle Richie can find with the dragon cards today. All right, but we're going to need a little bit more cafe, my loves. Cheerio. So delicious. And this is my cup, my dragon cup, from my sister, Honey. It's man-made, handmade, and crafted. But look, see, it's a dragon. So how apropos. Lyrians and dragons. What an exciting time to be alive. I was a little too fast. You know, with all this remembrance, and everyone is here, you know, like on top of the Colosseum, cheering us, sending transmissions, like the ringing I'm getting on the right side. It's not linear, it's from ether. And lately the ringing has felt like I'm underwater, you know, like they're coming from the plasma. All right, higher self, oversoul, and universe. Flip. I was not going to not give you a flip. Tell me everything I need to see, everything I need to know, and everything that I just tapped into. So a message from our beloved Lyrian famille to humanity. All right, let's cut, let's rock and roll. All right, so as you know, the dragon cards, I don't know the design by heart, so I'm going to need my eyeballs. All right, so is it all upside down? Yeah, all right. Richard doesn't read upside down. So what is this? The King of Swords, my familia. So, the king that speaks justice, the king that is just, information, air, frequency, transmission, perhaps. Then we have the Ten of Swords. In a time of great surrendering, they are back. Because tens are endings, and the Ten of Swords is a surrendering card. Surrendering to what? Frequencies, information. Then we have, wow, the Ace of Swords. So, guys, the whole first row is all about swords, frequency, information. This one, the Ace, is a grant of the universe. Coming in, they are coming in with frequencies and information. How glorious is that? So that is a yesterday. Right now with the Lyrians, we got the Sun, the most positive cards of the deck. They come in like the sun. Look how beautiful that is. Come on now. Come on now. And the dragons and the Lyrians are working together. Look at the joy here. Heartbeat. The Queen of Cups. So, wow, the Queen of Cups, right? She's the emotional queen, the empath queen. That Queen of Cups has got very important information, messages, information within her golden chalice right here. Restoring emotions also. Liquid, the plasma. I'm hearing the ringing from the ether as if I'm in plasma. The universe is not gas to Richard, it's plasma jelly water. Our body also has it. Moving on, what is that? The Seven of Wands. Okay, so yeah, the Seven of Wands. So this means that they are here, the Lyrians, in a time where we are fighting, but from the higher ground at war, you know, having the control, because this staff up here on this hill or shelf could absolutely knock off all these ones coming from below. So very fiery, beautiful. For the future, we got the Page of Pentacles. So their return here within our beautiful simulation has always been calculated. They always knew they were going to return. They were always going to return. The art of war, a man with a plan that you can't blow him out of his way. Then we, oh, that one's upside down. I don't read upside down. Then we got the Three of Cups. Their return is something that is victorious, something to celebrate about. Chin chin, cheerio, old chap. Emotions being restored. And then they come in, yeah, as the Chariot, the fastest moving card of the deck. So we can see this as a ship up here. Then we got the dragons. The felines are coming. Support with the dragons from Sirius A, B, but originally from Lyria before the Draconian Wars. But this is it, the return. So yes, I stand corrected that more as we go, the more that we will have connection. Not maybe everyone, but there are people who are mostly connected to different species. So I think that this is how it's going to roll out. Then in the clarifiers, what is that? The moon. So about secrets, illusions, delusions, smoke and mirrors between the Janus pillars. All right. Or, you know, we can look at the moon also as a ship. Then we have the Ten of Wands. So they are coming in the clarifying. Yes, yes, yes. In a time of illusions, illusion distortions being revealed, because with the Ten of Wands, this is tens are endings, but this is something grueling that we're dropping to the ground. All the weight of the world over our shoulder that we've been carrying, we're now ready to let it go. So the return is quite magnificent. And then we have the Temperance. Look at that Phoenix. Ongoing healing, permanent healing. Wasn't that beautiful? Yay! Of course, I need my golden major arcanas. Por favor, higher self, oversoul, and universe and Lyrians. Give me my 3 golden babies. All right, so first we have, yes, they're absolutely off-world energy as the Hermit, and they are here in a time where humanity is coming out of the dark night of the soul, the slumber, enlighten, and they are here to bring enlightenment. At the heart beats so that we grant strength. We've tamed the beast by the mouth, the beast system, which is the devil that chained us up. Do I need to go more? Yay! I love the Lyrians, the rock stars. I want to be in a band with them. Oh, so much so. They're smiling at me. Because they love also sense of humor. Huh? Because that's the thing that I get also from them is they could have strong individuality. So a big sense of who the individual is without that narcissistic attribute. So they love sense of humor because sense of humor is a form of creativity. So, you know, create, laugh, dance, sing. That was just so exciting. All right. Excuse me. So, you know, I'm not going to let you go without, usually it's a closing invocation. But after I encountered Arakan this morning, I created more of a farewell or a closing circle to the Lyrians. So let me fetch it for you with my other iPad. All right, to my family. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to go here. So, the closing message. Beloved Lyran family, thank you for returning through this field today. And thank you to the architect presence who stood witness here, Araka. We honor your noble frequency. We honor the original beauty technology you seeded into the universe. May we walk forward with our artistry unmuted, with our expression sovereign, with our brilliance no longer negotiated or reduced. We remember now that creation itself is sacred architecture, and we choose to embody it again. When the star fields widen, I look forward to meeting you again. In form, in sound, in color. And yes, I intend to embrace you with joy. Echo. Oh, that's so beautiful. Both are beautiful, beginning and ending. So there you go, my beautiful golden family. I hope that you love this video transmission connection to our feline family. And I'll catch you all on the next read. Be good, be kind to yourselves. Rock and roll. Mwah! I love you.